Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie is Bird Box. But before I get into that, you already know that because you already clicked on it, I have to ask, what do you think of the new lighting? So, I've been dealing with the lighting I've had set up in my movie room for the longest time, and for a gift for Christmas, I got this new lighting. So I've set it up behind the camera, focusing on me, had some test runs with my wife and I. I know you want to hear more about Bird Box, but I'd love to hear your comments on the lighting. If you've seen any of my other reviews from this angle, let me know if this is better or you like it the old way, anything like that. This is what, this is using the new lighting. Okay, so comments, please, 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 on the lighting. Let me know. Good, bad, not. And one thing, when you get a gift like this, it's lighting, that means people want to see more of you. It's like when somebody gets you cologne, they say you stink. That's why they're giving you cologne. People are giving me lighting because they want to see more of me. Anyway, that's enough of that. Bird Box. Sandra Bullock and Netflix just came out tonight. That's why I'm watching it. I'm going to release this video tomorrow, even though it's Saturday. I don't normally release them on Saturdays, but for you I will, so I can tell you if this is worth watching. Now, as I look at the screen, it says, stay silent, stay alert, stay blindfolded, as a terrifying force lies in wait. A mother leads her children on a harrowing journey. So for some reason she blindfolds the children and they have to make a way down a river is what I read. 6.7 on IMDb. I don't know much all about that. But what I do believe I saw in some of the trailers was that if you have your eyes open, you see your greatest fears, and that causes problems. That's what I think the whole thing is, because I had to watch a trailer to see what it was about. But I don't know. Let me start watching it and tell you what I really think it's about, and see if it's any good. So stick around, and again, comment about the lighting. I'd love to know. Alright, I'll be back, same lighting, and tell you what it's all about in a little bit. Alright, see ya. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in. We're watching Bird Box, and we're at the 59-minute and 3-second mark. Got too excited about the light to let you know who's in it besides Sandra Bullock. I didn't even look, to be honest with you. John Malkovich is in this. This is pretty awesome. Trevante, Rhodes, I think I'm saying that right. You know him from some different movies. Sarah Paulson's in it. Jackie Weaver's in it. Danielle McDonald and Little Rel Howerly. Like all these. Oh, B.D. Wong was also in it. So, there's some good actors in this. And really, it's pretty good. It kind of reminds me of, what was that movie? The Following, or the Marky Mark movie? Whatever, doesn't matter. So the point of this is, so it's jumping between time frames. It starts out with her, probably like present day or whatever, taking two kids down the river with blindfolds on. So like they're on the river so far for 24 hours, rowing down this river. They have blindfolds on. They're not taking them off, and they're just going down there. And then it flashes back to 5 years ago when this all kind of started, and essentially what it boils down to, and this is not a spoiler alert because we don't know essentially what it is just yet, but creatures, we don't see anything or anything like that, but they refer to them as creatures. If you see these creatures, you immediately commit suicide, or you attempt to commit suicide. So it's, I don't know, they're really trying to cover their eyes and stuff like that, and they're doing things so that they won't see when they go outside. They're in a house. They've all gathered together, some of these people, and they're trying to survive. You know, going outside, they have to be blindfolded or painting all the windows of the car and things like that, because if they see it, which is kind of interesting right now, what's going through my mind as I'm watching this movie, it's like, can't you tell if they're coming? You know, isn't there sounds or something like that? But I guess not, because I mean, like, they will not take those blindfolds off or anything. Like, I would be like peeking at the ground or something like that. But I guess you can't do that. They don't give you enough information to say that that's not possible at this point, but that's just my thought. Also, Sandra Bullock is pregnant, and the other girl is also pregnant. So I'm thinking pregnancy has something to do with it. And that's where we are. I mean, it's kind of like the apocalypse kind of thing. Everybody else is, taking themselves out, and these people are still trying to survive. Then we flash forward, and Sandra Bullock is rowing down this river, and trying to get them somewhere. I'm not 100% sure. They said it in the beginning. I think she heard like a broadcast of some sort. I didn't catch it. I wasn't fully paying attention. But anyway, I think it's really interesting. I like it so far. Not sure why the ratings are low. You know, like I said, it's not a brand new concept because of the Mark Wahlberg movie, which is you know, very similar. That was from the Pollen in the Trees or something like that. So we'll see what goes on here. We're going to keep watching here. We got an hour and 5 minutes left and 18 seconds. So if anything interesting happens, I'll check back in. But now you have a better idea of what's going on with the movie. And so far, so good. Hopefully it continues this way. But I'll let you know for sure when I check back in or if I see it at the credits. So stick around. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of the Bird Box. Sorry, I almost forgot what it was. Not the credits, because again, Netflix doesn't let you watch the credits. Anyway, but we're at the end of that movie, and I am pleasantly surprised. Now, I have to go back and apologize real quick. I think I said the following, but I meant The Happening. And hopefully you've seen The Happening before this, or I kind of gave it away a little bit, so I apologize for that. I don't normally like to do that. But anyway, so if you've seen The Happening, this is kind of like that. As I had mentioned previously. The other thing it kind of reminds me of is the Quiet Place. So if you've seen The Quiet Place, they have to be silent the whole time or creatures get them. This is kind of different where they can't look or the creatures will get them. And you know, it's a little bit more explained in The Quiet Place, I think, on what the creatures come. There's a lot of mystery and intrigue behind this one. I still thought it was good. I liked what they did. I liked how they kind of split it between times. You know, you kind of see what's going on in the future and how we all got there. And, you know, I found it very interesting. I liked it. Kind of like a plot that we've seen before, like I said, with those two movies. But, you know, it's done with a little bit more flair, I think, or a little, you know, a little different than those two movies. It's not exactly the cookie cutter same thing. One of the things that stood out to me in this movie, I thought that I liked the most about it, was the pace of the movie. It was a 2-hour movie, 2-hour and some odd minute movie, and it was interesting throughout the whole thing. It just kept you interested, you know, and I think it's all because of the pace. There was no lull in the movie that would be like, ugh, you know, like I wish this would. I mean, it was all like a lot of edge of your seat, or at least, you know, action that you're trying to, you know, some intense action that you're trying to figure out what's going on, what's going to happen, that kind of thing. So really what got me was the pace. I liked the acting too. I thought everybody did a pretty good job. You know, I'm just trying to think of all of them, all the way down, all the way up and down Sandra Bullock to John Malkovich, those types of things. I really like this movie. I like the fact that they don't, you know, it's not here's the end and here's everything. They don't lay it out there for you. You know, sometimes in movies you're left with a lot of questions and you don't like that. In this one, I think it's okay. I'm still left with a lot of questions, and you know, but I'm okay with that, I think, because that's different. That's not, you know, not normal. Everybody ties it up for a bow for you, whether it's good or bad ending, and they give it to you that way, and there you go, and you deal with it. This way they kind of leave it a little bit more to your imagination, and let you think about some other things. I'm not going to tell you what, but, you know, so I did like that aspect. I could see how other people might not like that aspect of the movie, but I did, and it was worth it for me. So, and I think one other thing that I will mention, and I'll let you go, is the fact that it was a Netflix original. So Netflix originals are, you know, I set my expectations a little bit lower on those. They're not always home runs, and I don't always expect them to be. So I did have a little bit lower expectation coming in, you know, even though it had Sandra Bullock in it. So in the end, very happy I watched it. If you like these, I'll say sci-fi, thriller, I don't know if it's sci-fi or not, might not be, but thriller, apocalyptic, adventure, action movies. If you've seen The Quiet Place or The Happening and you somewhat enjoyed those, check out this one. I think you'll really enjoy it. I did. I'm going to give it an 8. Yes, I'm going to give it an 8 because, again, this is those kinds of movies with really good pace and decent acting. So check it out. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your comments. Did I hit it? Did I miss it? Did you hate it? Whatever. Just any kind of comment, thumbs up, thumbs down. And then I hate to ask again, but if you could comment on the lighting, if you watch this review this far and you want to throw a little thing like, hey, it's too bright, hey, it's perfect, whatever, anything like that, I'd be happy to hear you, and I won't mention it again. But thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.